Hey, hello and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. Hope you all are doing well. Let's see what the problem is. Anti-diagonal traversal of matrix. Given a n into n square matrix, written an array of its anti-diagonals in top left to bottom rightmost order. In an element of anti-diagonal ij, surrounding elements will be I plus 1, j minus 1, and I minus 1, j plus 1. Look at the examples for more clarity. Okay, so what they're saying is there'll be n into n square matrix will be given. Okay, so what they want us is they want to print the anti-diagonal elements. So what are anti-diagonal elements, right? So anti-diagonal elements are nothing but the opposite of diagonal elements, right? So what? So how are the diagonal elements? Diagonal elements are this, right? This. These are all diagonal elements, right? This one, this particular, and this, right? And what are the anti-diagonal elements? Anti-diagonal elements are this way, opposite of diagonal elements, right? So we want to print in this order. For example, 3, right? Then this way, 2, 4, then this anti-diagonal element, 3, 5, 7, and so on. 10, 1, 8, 13, 11, 9, 14, 12, 15, 16. Okay, and so on. So how we can solve this problem, right? So what we'll do is we will first take care of this particular block. Okay, this particular block. Okay. So what it will come 10, 1, 8, sorry. This particular block. Okay, first this particular triangle, right? We will copy the elements, all these elements, right, in anti-diagonal order in an array. Then we'll take care of this particular triangle, the lower triangle. Okay, so how we can do? What we'll do is we'll start with the columns of the first row, right? The columns of the first row. Okay, and we'll move this way. Okay, we'll move this way. Okay, we'll start with the columns of the first row and we'll move this way. Okay, so what we'll do is let's write a code. For example, n, right? N is given. So what we'll do is for int I equal to 0, let's write pseudocode, right? Okay, int I equal to 0 to n. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll have two variables, right? C equal to I first of all, right? C will be C equal to I, right? And then another variable will be R equal to 0, right? And what we'll do is while C is greater than equal to 0, okay? Okay, and we'll have a matrix, sorry, an array, right? Array of size what? Of size n into n, right? We have to fit all the elements. Size n into n, right? As we have to fit all these elements, right? All these elements, right? All these elements you have to fit. So it will be n into n. So what we'll simply do is we'll have another variable, the index for this answer array, right? So what we'll do? Answer of k plus plus matrix of R and C, right? Matrix of R and C. So what is C? C is here, right? C is here, R is here, right? So C and R are both pointing here. And what we'll do then? We'll increment R plus plus. It will increment the row for the next element and C minus minus, right? So for example, if C is here, right? For example, if C is here, right? The second column, right? So what we're going to do is first we're going to print this. R will start from here, right? R will start from here. C will be here. We are going to print this element. We are going to put this element into the array. Then what we're going to do? We are going to decrement the C. C minus minus, right? C minus minus. We are going to decrement the C and we are going to increment R. So R will be pointing here and C will be decremented, will be pointing here, right? So R plus plus C minus minus, and then once we're done, we will be here, right? C is still greater than or equal to 0 as C is pointing here, right? So then we'll put this R of C, this 4 element into answer, right? Similarly, we are going to go this way. Then C will be here, right? RC we are going to print here. Then we are going to increment R. We are going to decrement C. C will be pointing here. We'll copy in this answer array, right? We'll decrement C again, right? C minus minus, and we're going to increment R again. And we're going to put this into answer, right? In this way, we'll cover this upper triangle. Now, what about the lower triangle, right? What about the lower triangle? So what we'll do is we'll have a row for loop, right? Int I equal to 1. We are going to start with 1. I equal to 1. I less than n plus plus I, right? So what we are doing? We are starting R from here. R from 1, right? 1, right? From this element we have to start, right? So what we'll do is we'll have R equal to I, right? In C equal to, we'll start from the last column, right? From the last column we have to start. As you have to see, we have to cover, we'll be starting from this last column. That is these elements, this particular elements, right? And then we are going to go this way, right? This way. Okay. Okay. So C will be n minus 1 from the last column. This last column will start with, right? And then what? And then what? So while C is less than, or R is less than, R will be less than, in this case, R will be less than N, right? R will be less than N. And simply what we're going to do is, we'll again copy answer of K plus plus, right? Equal to mat of RC. And then what we are going to do? We are again going to increment R plus plus, and what we are going to do? Decrement C, right? C minus minus. Okay. In this way, we are going to proceed. So, right. So, for example, now if C is here, right? Yeah. So, for example, first we print this 11, right? 11. R is here, and C is also pointing to the last column, C, right? Then what we are doing is we are going to increment R. R will be here, and we are going to decrement C. We are incrementing R, and we are going to decrement C. So C was earlier this column, right? So it will be this column, C, and R, right? Then again we are going to increment R and decrement C, right? Decrement C, right? Until what we are going to proceed till R is less than N. So again, if we increment R, right? So R will be here, right? Which will violate the condition, right? So in this way, we're going to proceed. So let's see the solution. So that was a pseudo code, right? The first, this upper triangle, right? Upper triangle. I have already explained this, and then this lower triangle. So this is a solution. Java and C++ almost same. Let's submit it. Okay, it is accepted. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a happy, healthy, and a great day. Thank you so much.